Yes, you know who it is. And while the rest of the internet was busy waiting on the World War II Zombies reveal from Sledgehammer Games, we were busy finding out one of the newest, creepiest mysteries in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online Edition. Yes, this game has been notorious in its run since 2013 for having some of the most paranormal encounters ever found in a game. From UFOs hovering ominously over the map, to actual alien sightings being found, to the undead ghosts walking among us. Yes, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Los Santos in particular, plays host city to some of the most scariest Easter eggs ever found in gaming history. Today we'll be taking a look at one of the myths that has gained a lot of traction in recent, and that was regarding one of the outcomes from single player. This will have some spoilers in it for those of you who have not beaten campaign. We will be diving into that very shortly. Again, we're going to set a very minute like goal on today's video. If we could get 2 likes, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching this video, and we're going to dive into this, shall we? One of the most ominous myths that has gained traction in the Grand Theft Auto Online 5 community is that of the ghost of Trevor Phillips. If you haven't beaten single player campaign, this might be your time to mute the video. Or perhaps, if you haven't managed to do it in the last 4 years, simply beat it and you'll see what happens. At the end of Grand Theft Auto 5 Online Edition by Rockstar Games, you'll be presented with 3 very distinct options, 2 of which result in the deaths of primary characters and protagonists from the game. If you select option 1, in this instance, Michael ends up being killed by Franklin, which causes a rift between Franklin and Trevor later on in the series. However, the more gruesomer and scarier death, and one that resonated with me in particular, was option number 2, the death of Trevor Phillips. Given Franklin's burgeoning relationship with Michael DeSanta, the two opt to kill Trevor Phillips in a matter to appease Damon. I forget his name at this point. The death of Trevor Phillips isn't as simple task as it seems. This is one of the more action-packed adventures in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, resulting in you doing a multi-minute-long car chase as Franklin chasing down the deranged Trevor Phillips, who simply only wanted to be your friend. However, it's the manner in which Trevor Phillips is dispatched from the mortal coil which makes this even more alarming and gives more weight to this myth. Slicing into this medium rare steak surf and turf dinner that is Grand Theft Auto 5 and this myth of Trevor Phillips' ghost. The manner in which Trevor Phillips dies is one of the most gruesome ever found in the game, and it actually becomes canonically bound depending on if you save after the deed is done. So what happens is Trevor ends up crashing his car into a tanker filled with gasoline, which begins leaking, and Michael and Franklin, seeing Trevor all beaten up, broken up from his car accident into the oil tanker, decide to shoot, and doing so, manage to spark the oil on the ground, which emulates the entirety of Trevor Phillips. He essentially burns to death, screaming in horror. It's actually one of the most terrifying scenes in the game, and emotionally it has a lot of depth to it because you've been enjoying playing as Trevor for most of the game. If you pick this option and dispatch of Trevor, he dies in probably the most scariest and horrifying ways in the game. His screams are blood-curdling as he crawls on fire only to be set out by the rain. So he died in easily the most horrific way in the game of all the people who were in it. Well, the one girl got sucked into a jet. That was pretty bad. And Michael can fall into a meat grinder, but that doesn't count. That does not count. This does. So if you canonically bind this to your single player characters, that means that it happens and Trevor is no longer selectable from the single player menu. The myth as it stands is that you simply have to go to the town of Sandy Shores to Trevor Phillips' trailer, which was his residence, and at the time of 2 in the morning, according to your game clock, as either Michael or Franklin, you will see the ghost of Trevor Phillips. Now, I'm not debunking this rumor, however, I am contributing to the mythos at hand, just to confirm that the ghost of Trevor Phillips is in fact in the game, and I'm going to teach you how to find this Easter egg right now in this video. So the first thing you want to do is simply make your way up into the San Chiansky mountain range, and what you need to do is glitch out the game so that you get yourself a sticker bombed mini car. This is pretty hard to do. What I recommend doing is going into one of the main lobbies and then entering Los Santos Customs and managing to disconnect from the online. And before you do, when it goes up to the clouds for the second time, you have to reconnect to Grand Theft Auto 5 Online Edition. At this juncture, you want to quickly make your way back into single player as either Michael or Franklin. Within a few city blocks of the downtown core, you should notice some more modified vehicles, because this will cause all the vehicles that are modified to actually spawn that were saved from multiplayer. Some of them within a radius will be saved into the single player. What you need to do is look for this very specific car that I'm driving now. This will be a common reoccurrence, and if you find this car in this same area, and it should be there, that means the game will be glitched out accordingly, and this Easter egg can be done as follows. Take this car up to the San Chiansky mountain range. What you want to do is simply wait and make your way up towards it at nighttime. So you can start in the middle of the day. And it's a fairly long, treacherous drive up into the mountain range. You're going to probably encounter some wild animals, so do not leave your car unless you wish to fight that. I hope you don't. Please don't shoot the animals. Now, this San Chiansky mountain range is right across from where the lighthouse is, where Trevor's ex-girlfriend actually resides. She's pretty crazy. What you want to do is make your way up there at the middle of the night, and there will be a large rock outcropping just looking at the lighthouse. This is where one of the most paranormal experiences in the game can actually be found. So at the right time, according to your clock, and you have to be there exactly this time, exactly 2300 and midnight, so 11 p.m. in game. What you want to do is make your way up to Mount Gordo, and there you'll see the ghost of Jolene Cranley Evans, a woman who was murdered in the game. This is an actual ghost in the game. What you need to do is simply flash your light so that it shines right into her, and park your car as close as possible like we're doing here. Now you have to get it very close and before the ghost exits, so you have a solid minute in game, which is a lot longer than a minute, to do this. Once this has been done, and your car is set in the exact position that I left the car in now, what you need to do is quickly enter Grand Theft Auto Online mode. Yes, you want to go into online mode because we're finding Trevor Phillips' ghost in online mode. Doing this essentially should activate the Easter egg. Now, Trevor Phillips' ghost is not actually located in Sandy Shores, but rather hidden somewhere else. So what you want to do is grab a vehicle and make your way into the actual sewers of the game. And inside the source, you will find, late at night, the ghost of Trevor Phillips, dressed exactly how you had him in single player. Oh my god, guys, this is the scariest Easter egg I think I've ever found in this game. We've just confirmed the myth that the ghost of Trevor Phillips is in the game. Is it not scary? A very spooky Easter egg for everyone involved. Anyway, I hope you found today's video enjoyable and informative. Please leave a like and consider subscribing. If you're going to subscribe, go ahead, join the notification squad, hit that bell icon, and you will get all of the newest videos I make every day. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found this extremely entertaining. Next time we will find another ghost in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online Edition.